Bullets versus cinder blocks. Today we've got 4 very common calibers, and we're going to see how they perform against these concrete blocks. .22 long rifle, 9mm, 223, and 308. Here are our 4 calibers of choice. And I'm thinking the .22 will not do too much damage to these blocks here, but I'm betting once we get up to the 308, there'll be quite a bit of destruction. So we've got some blocks set up roughly 20 yards away. We've got our camera down here recording in a pretty slow frame rate, so we should get some pretty cool videos out of this. So we're going to load up the .22 first and get to shooting. Alright, got hollow points loaded up, which is not the best for penetration, but that's what I got on hand, so that's what we're going to shoot. Got the Ruger Mark IV here, the tactical version, so let's see how it performs. Okay, that did a whole lot of nothing. Let's walk down and see what the damage looks like. Alright, so barely even a dent in this thing, just busted off just a very little bit of that outer edge, but I mean hardly did anything. So, and I did hit right above this cross support here, so I really, I don't think it would do much difference even if I hit up here in the middle. So now it is time for the 9mm. Next up is the 9mm. So right next to the .22, this is probably one of the most common pistol calibers, but it is way bigger than the .22. It's coming in at a 115 grain bullet, and this is a full metal jacket here, not a hollow point. And then the .22 was 35 grains, so way heavier of a bullet, and it's traveling way faster as well. We're gonna shoot this out of my SIG P365X Macro. I don't know if it's fully gonna break it or not. I could go either way. My prediction here is that it is not gonna break. It's gonna, bust up that edge quite a bit, but I don't think it's gonna fully break it. All right, let's go check it out. Did not disintegrate it. Honestly, it did not do a ton of damage. This is probably 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches thick, and maybe it broke off 1/4 inch of this surface here. I thought it was gonna do more than that.
I figured it would break it, honestly.
Yeah, so
especially because you didn't.
Again,
point to where you hit it.
So I hit right here. So I did not hit this support here. If I hit the support or right in front of it, then I totally could have seen this outcome. But I really thought it was going to punch through that. So we just got to keep moving up. 223 next. Way lighter bullet, but traveling much, much faster. So, gosh, I don't know if it's going to break it.
It's gotta.
I would think so, but that kind of surprised me. So we just shot the 9mm, which is one of the most common pistol calibers, and now we are going to shoot the 223, which is probably one of the most common rifle calibers, again, next to the .22. So this, as you can see, is a much smaller chunk of lead, full metal jacket, and this is traveling 2,000 feet per second faster than the 9mm. As you can see, the case length is way longer, so there's a lot more powder in there, mixed with a lighter bullet will give you a way faster velocity. So this thing's screaming. This is an extremely popular caliber for combat, law enforcement, varmint hunting. The list goes on and on. Target shooting. Like, this is such a very common caliber, very commonly chambered in something like this, an AR. So we're gonna load one of these up and shoot it down range and see what it does to this block. I'd bet a lot of money that this is gonna break it. And I'm gonna aim a little bit different of a spot, but not where that cross support is. So let's see how it does. Okay, not really what I was expecting, honestly. I was expecting more damage than that. It cracked it. We can see that. And I think man, where did I hit? I'm not sure which one it is. I might have hit low here. So actually I ended up hitting that, that support there. That concrete is hot. but man, where did I hit? I had to have hit right here.
Yeah, it looks like this was the 9mm and
Yeah.
that was...
So as you can see, there's a crack all the way across this and all the way through that 1.5 inch as well. Nothing on the back side here. So I'm actually gonna flip this around and we're gonna shoot it again with the 223. And there's a crack here too, actually. So it cracked that. So I'm gonna shoot down here and I'm gonna aim, you know, a little bit high. So I hit right in the middle of that open spot there. All right, so the joy of, you know, doing all these videos and testing all these different scopes out, we're just swapping scopes left and right every time that we're out here. So nothing's ever really sighted in, and no different here. I just threw the scope on before the video, so I'm gonna aim a little bit higher this time and see what happens. All right, so that, granted, you know, that first shot already weakened it a little bit, but definitely quite a bit more destruction, and that's probably because I hit where I was actually intending to compared to that first shot. So as you can see here, not much left of this cinder block. Looks like I hit a little bit over, but pretty much destroyed it. Yeah, not much left of that. And if you have a whole mag full of 223, you could, you know, clean those up pretty quick. So last but not least, we have the 308. We're gonna put a fresh block out here and see what it does. So 223 and 308, a lot bigger case, a little bit longer, and a much bigger projectile up there. Still this is a soft nose bullet, but I would certainly assume it's just gonna totally disintegrate this cinder block. All right, so 308 is extremely popular for a lot of big game hunting: deer, mule deer, elk, antelope, bears, all sorts of stuff. It's a very powerful round, and I think it's gonna perform really well on this block. All right, that went about as expected. Let's go down and look.
Well, you can still see the dust hanging in the air.
So it blew this block several feet back here. I mean, just totally annihilated it. And that's kind of what I was expecting. Way bigger bullet, way faster bullet. Well, not way faster than the 223, but way bigger and much faster than the 22 or the 9mm. So absolutely destroyed that, and that is why people use it for big game hunting all around the world. Extremely popular, extremely versatile cartridge. Does well on cinder blocks. So these are 4 of the most common calibers, and it's what I had on hand to shoot these blocks with. But there are so many other calibers out there. Make sure to leave a comment below of what calibers you want to see next, and if you like this style of content, make sure to subscribe.